Hey, hello, good morning, guys, and this is Coding with Gautam, and today we will be continuing our tic-tac-toe game in Python part 2. We are going to be talking about all these functions. We're going to be talking about available moves, we're going to talk about restart game, display message, draw button, handle button, draw lines, and then we're going to talk about the main loop tomorrow. So let's dive in. So just a recap of what we covered yesterday, we just imported all necessary modules, we initialized Pygame, defined all our constants, created the screen, got the board done, drew the grid, created the function to draw the figures, created a function to check if the computer or the player won, we check for a draw, and then if there's available moves, we check for that, and next we simulated the bot move by a random move. Then we have the restart game function, which we'll be talking about today. So we define the function restart game. Global means where these variables can be accessed through any other function not specific to this function. So board, game over, and current player can be accessed in this function, and anywhere outside the function, and in the main loop also. So we define the board. Basically, board is the empty squares for the numbers in board columns and board rows. So that means we're basically, so let me just run this. So we're defining all these. That's what we mean. Then, yeah. Then we set the game over to false. If the current player is X, we fill the screen with white, and then we draw lines, and then we redraw figures. So let's see how the function works out. So after we finish a game, we basically, when we click play again, it sets the restart game. It's restart game. Sets game over to false. Makes the current player X, so that means we get the first move again. We fill the screen with white, so that means we take out everything on the screen, redraw the grid, and then we wait for the input so we can start drawing the figures again. Then we display the message, so then we do global board again, we redefine the board, we draw the lines, and then we draw the figures. Then the font is basically pygame.font, none, 54 is the size, so basically just a normal font. The text is the font.render the message, which is true and extend red. The text rectangle, it's basically text.getRectangle from the center, width divided by 2 and height divided by 2 minus 50. So basically what we do is we go from the center all the way down here. That's why we have this space at the end. And let's just reload. That's why I have this space down at the end, so we can see the play again button. So then we can draw the button, which is the draw button. So yeah, we just take the font again, 36, and this is just for the text, not the button. So let me just go here real quick. Wait, yeah, let me just run that. So after we play a game and we win, we can see that the play again, this function over here, the restart game, well, it charges results in the restart. Display message is only talking about the you win and the play again text. Then the draw button, then we can see, it talks about the play again text. Then we use display message again for we display message for whatever result of the game comes out. Then we have display message, then we have the draw button, we actually draw the button, and extend if the collide point with mouse, the color is button hover color, so you can see that it changes color when we hover, so it's a lighter blue, and then when we click play, we can like redo it, and it keeps working. Yeah. So then we draw the button, basically put the button at the specific location we set for the button, which is width divided by 4, width divided by 4, height minus 8, width divided by 2 and 50. Then we make sure then we get the mouse position using the Pygame function. If the button rectangle collides with the mouse position, then we change the color, or else we just keep the color the same. Then we draw the rectangle on the screen. The button text, we actually render the white text here. So we actually render the play again text on the screen, and then we use the screen.blit button text. We screen.blit button text and the button text rectangle. So to basically make sure we render it. Then we use the handle button click. This is basically where we use the mouse position. We get the new and updated mouse position. Then we check the button rectangle, and if the button rectangle collides with the mouse point and we actually click, that means you trigger the restart game function. When you trigger the restart game function, we go all the way up top, restarts the game like we previously talked about. Then we draw the lines, make sure the grid's okay, and extend the game variable. Next, then we take the game over to false. This means the game is running and that we're not displaying the end message and the button. And then we make the current player to be X. Instead of O. This basically says that the player is always X. If you want, you can just change it to the current player being O. And next time next time will still work. So let's go. Wait, let me rerun the code. Let's rerun it. Let's wait for this. Okay. Yeah. So let's just. Yeah, but then you have to change everything because current player X. But yeah, if you just switch everything, you will be able to play as O. And yeah, so this is it for today. Basically understanding the functions, how we restart the game by changing variables and then redrawing the lines and figures after resetting the screen. Display message, we basically display the message depending on what message we choose. And then the draw button, we draw the button using Pygame mechanics and position it right. Then make sure that when it is being hovered on and about to be clicked, we make sure that the color changes. It's just for an extra effect. Then we render the button, then we handle the button click, then we draw the lines, and we're ready to actually start the game mechanics tomorrow. So this is it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Corning with Gautam, and I'll see you next time.